Alright, so welcome back. So, while we were leveling up, we realized we haven't given the doll the hair ornament we found a couple episodes ago.
Good hunter, what is it you desire?
So we're gonna just go ahead and give that to her now.
What? What is this? I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel a yearning, something I never felt before. What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter. Could this
So
be joy?
it's possible she doesn't have any memories to recover of that item, but because she's kind of connected to Gearman, because of the creation of this area, and Gearman has a strong tie to that piece, it kind of affects her.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is
Oops, I mean to...
Farewell.
Okay. So now we have a tear stone. A silver shining tear stone, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. A doll neither sheds blood nor tears, and thus its nature remains unknown. Whoever thinks this is precious must be troubled by severe naivete. Right?
Naivety?
So, dolls don't cry, right? And it's basically, it's like, no, but it did, so whatever. Use it by smashing it with our fists, right in front of her. That's what we think of your great gift. And we get a gem that no, I don't think I'm gonna equip. It gives its effect. Blizzard gem, craft from a shining silver doll tier. This gem is a quiet but unfaltering friend that continually restores HP, the life essence of a hunter. Perhaps the doll's creator had wished for just such a friend, abate in vain. That's where I kind of tie into, he was not happy with the doll. It was not what he wanted. What they gave, what the Great Ones gave him as the doll, was not what he wanted. So it continues to recover +2. It's a very small healing amount. If I could put a gem in my offhand weapon right now, I would do that. But I don't know that I'm going to spend the shards on it, because I know I'm not going to keep this gun. So the Cathedral Ward, and off to meet Ariana and Rude Dude. I forget what Rude Dude's name is. Now, Ariana, Lady of the Night, prostitute. But remember when we read on the pungent cold blood, or the pungent blood mixture cocktail, whatever, that we can throw, that in Yarnum they don't have alcohol because the blood is more intoxicating? It's likely, and it ties into her story, and when we get to Canehurst, it'll even make more sense, that she's not a prostitute of her body, she's a prostitute of her blood. That her blood is special, and then so she's on the side, giving it out. Now, one interesting dynamic between Ariana here and Adela back in the corner, you can only have one of their vials. So I would have to use Adela's vial to have Ariana give me one of her blood vials. I don't want to do that because I may need Adela's blood vial in an actual legit boss situation because it's really good. And remember, if I use 3 of them, they're going to wind up dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really want her to give me an item. And the Rude Dude's down there too. See him in the back corner?
Yes.
Okay. So Adela, where you at, girl? Okay. You're there. You're happy. How are you doing? Let's just talk to you.
Brave hunter.
Okay.
There are others in...
She's saying that because I haven't used the blood. If I use the blood, then she'll have a different line. And we're doing okay too. You still hate me? Yep. And you pretty much hate me. Just on general purposes.
The swindling off-comer. Did you really think that'd work? There's no fooling me.
He's telling me to go to Assesca's clinic, and he went to the opposite place.
You heard me. Go away. I can't stand the stench of your lying breath.
He will eventually also, like, all of these people will eventually start giving you an item.
Beware the lady of the night.
He will talk bad about everybody else that is here.
She hears people whisper. She knows what people think of her.
But he is not wrong that the saint and the whore, as he's calling them, hate each other.
Yeah.
Bloody wench, they should have moved her on ages ago.
They really don't like
I'll
each
spare
other.
you one nugget of advice.
What? I actually just sat down for him.
There the beggar sits at the bottom of the bloody food chain, and then he's here acting like he owns it.
I didn't do that. I didn't know. I just hit thing to talk to him again.
What with all those people anyway? That little weasel has a murky...
Yeah, he doesn't trust probably the one good guy in the game, the Samaritan.
I know.
I need to sit down, but that was kind of cool.
I've no time for your pet and what? I can't stand the stench.
Alright, so I think I've exhausted his dialogue now. Yeah.
I've no time what? I can't...
Okay. So I wanted to do all that first. When I talk to her...
Oh, hello, dear. You weren't lying. This is a safe place. Thank you. I am in your debt.
Okay, so we get
I'd like
an
to
item from her.
But I can't imagine what to offer. All I can give is my blood. But would you even take a whore's blood?
So I'll offer to receive it, but I already have somebody else's blood, so I can't. Okay. It's hard to see her in the back, but between the two columns, Adela is watching us.
She is.
When we step away, or I'll start going over this way. Maybe I need to talk to her again. Or maybe it happens, she was already standing. Okay, give me a little more time. Or maybe I need to take her blood first.
Oh, you. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help unless...
I don't really want to use Adela's blood up. So what'll happen is she will actually peer around the corner and eavesdrop on your conversation with her. If you take 3 blood vials from... you take and use 3 blood vials of Ariana, the way she dies is Adela kills her in jealous rage. But she knows. She knows that she's basically doing the work of the church outside of the church. She's spreading the impure, unclean blood.
Yeah.
So let's see what you guys have to say as new people. Treat friend with care.
Oh, the hunter. Like another one you sent made it here. This place is a haven. I'm overjoyed, really, that you'd even give me the time of day. I don't suppose there's anybody out there worth saving anymore.
So at this point, I think we've gotten everybody.
And so many. Amazing, really.
Yes, he's basically telling you you've got,
Once dawn breaks, makes it easier to bear all of this. You've made life easier.
he's basically letting you know you kind of collected all the people you can collect. There is one more person
When the night of the hunt passes,
who wants to hang with us in the morning.
we could be friends now. Well, out of line. Give it a thought.
Probably. We'll hang out, we'll play video games.
The night, give it
Yep. Alright, so that's what he goes into.
I've got this great game called Bloodborne you can play.
Alright then. Let's make a beeline then up toward Amelia. So, yeah, there's no point in fighting everything because going to a boss. And this is the quick route to get to Vicar Amelia. And again, everything in the game has a nice delay in their attack, so that you get the time to run by it. These guys will mess you up when you have more than 15 insight. Their crosses, Dude, back away. This is a boss zone. You're not supposed to be here. You know that? Alright, I got inside before he messed with me. You can't come in here. This is a boss.
He's trying.
There he's going. Yeah, now he's backing away. So, their crosses now that are glowing red will cause frenzy. And at the level I'm at, the more insight you have, the more susceptible to frenzy you are. And the level I'm at with my resistance, it will mess me up pretty bad. Okay, so now we're in the Great Cathedral. I mean, look at this stuff. These people are worshipping Cthulhu gods. That's what's going on here. I want to get close enough so that we can hear her before I trigger. Take that down. I'm going to go ahead and preload a good bullet and get my fire weapon ready because she is totally susceptible to fire.
It's her biggest weakness.
I don't know.
The old blood. Let us pray, let us wish to partake in communion.
I hope. See, it's quiet for us.
And feast upon the old blood. Our thirst for blood satiates us, soothes our fears.
So as you listen to her prayer,
But beware, the frailty of
she's calling for the blood to help us and save us and let us be cleansed with blood and everything. So the vicars are the ones that are in charge of the church, or at least the sort of public-facing, organize the hunter, deal with the populace, administer blood to the populace, right?
were it not for fear, death would
Arm of running the church. Not necessarily the research arm, but sort of like the day-to-day,
let us pray, let
the
us to partake in communion
executive officer of operations, basically.
and feast upon
So the church very much started off with, you know, fear the blood, be careful the blood is tainted. But we've gotten to a point where that knowledge is kind of faded, and now we're at a point where it's like we're looking to the blood to save us.
Yeah.
Which it's our problem. So,
Kinda crazy.
yeah, there's not really any hope, is there?
No.
Like, even the church has forgotten the dangers of the stuff that it messes with. So, enough of this.
were it not for fear.
Let's go say hello to Amelia.
Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death.
And as it said on the Sword Hunter badge, it was the clerics that became the most hideous beasts.
She is pretty ugly.
She's pretty beautiful, actually, for a monster.
For most of the monsters you've seen in the game, but just as far as standards go.
I mean, she's got the reindeer thing going.
Oh yeah, that. It just makes her adorable. You just want to run up there and pet her?
Kind of.
She is the most cuddly creature in the game.
I mean, she does seem like, yeah, of... So hitting her arm is a way to kind of stagger her for a bit and get a few more attacks out, and it's also a very weak spot on her. And now... Oh, shoot. There, I got it. Okay. It's also the way to stagger her. You're not liking any of this, are you, girl? So, behind her, she has very few attacks that can reach you. I'm just seeing if I can just whiff this out here real quick before she even goes into her healing phases. Alright, so that's how you take down Vicar Amelia. No problem whatsoever. Yeah,
you haven't done this before.
I have done Vicar Amelia a lot of times. Like, she's a progress boss. You have to get her for every game. You can't run past her, and she's required to open up areas, and she moves significant portions of the story forward. Mm-hmm. So I've usually kind of raced to her, and so even though this is a new game, I'm over leveled from where I normally fight her because I usually get to her very, very fast. I get to her soon as I don't take the I just pay the 10,000 blood echoes. I'd open the gate. I'd get up here because of what she unlocks. So yeah, you can have more trouble with that, I guess. But again, so fire and serration, like the saw spear covered in flames, like it's just all kinds of super bonuses on her. Plus, you know, my 25 in the skill stats already. And I've focused my upgrades on that. This is the benefit of the min-max player, you know, like you can just walk in and wail on things. I think she hit me once and it took a good chunk of my health down.
Yeah.
So that's the downside. Everything, be careful. Okay, so she gave us a little pendant. So if we look at the gold pendant, Pendant of Vicar Amelia. Used to change into a blood gem, which fortifies weapons. So we can convert this to a blood gem. There's no reason to save it. This pendant passed down among the vicars who head the healing church is a reminder of the cautionary adages, words that will open the gates of Byrgenwerth. So, on this is the password that we were looking for. It is not triggering the next cutscene. A lot of people think you trigger the cutscene to get that, but it is on this. It doesn't actually tell you what those words are. We go to the cutscene and watch this. But right now, let's do what we always do to nice things and smash them in our hands. And get the gold blood gem. Is the gold blood gem one I use? Attack versus beast up 12.6%. Not a bad blood gem. And because of its shape, no, it's not a droplet, it's radial. Okay. It's gonna need a radial slot then. Okay, so the radial are these. So we can go on most of our weapons. But not a bad 12.6% on beasts. We're still fighting a lot of beasts. Yeah. So that's good. Okay, I'm gonna take these guys off because that's more of boss fighting stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna heal. Because I'm just gonna go back to,
the dream?
The dream, I think. Yeah. Yes, because, I want to, trigger another world event, and I'm gonna have to go back to that. But, also in here, we've got this glowy beast skull. Let's touch it. Because that's what I would do.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
Okay, so the one guy there was obviously named Wilhelm in the video, and that is Master Wilhelm. He is the master of, and the other guy's named Lawrence. He is the master of Byrgenwerth. Okay? So he is the one that leads the research when they first find the artifacts of the Great Ones in the tombs. And Lawrence is with him. And Gearman is with him. And Carol is with him. Okay? And these are sort of like the pillars upon which things start for our story. This is, unfortunately, the skull of Lawrence. Lawrence became a beast. You will actually find a headless beast in the Chalice dungeons that is believed to be the body of Lawrence in there. So eventually he became a beast. That split you saw there was when Lawrence split off from Bergenworth to found the Healing Church. The disagreement being over the use of blood. So Master Wilhelm basically forbid it. He basically said, no, this is wrong. We will pursue other ways to learn. That's what he means by our eyes are yet to open. Okay? We're going to gain the insight and understand things. We're not going to mix our bloods like beasts and become beasts. And Lawrence thought we could just perfect the formula of the blood. And it still did a lot of good. And we just figure out how to control the side effects. And this will be great. We will cure diseases and people will live healthier. And he had good intention to do this. Gehrman follows Lawrence. Gehrman goes with Lawrence because Gehrman becomes basically the first hunter to clean up the beasts that didn't they weren't able to control. Carol, the runesmith, stays with Master Wilhelm. So, you know, that's sort of the foundation. He's sort of the start. And that's why Vicar was praying to him and why he's an altar. He is the founder of the Healing Church. He is the founder of the church. But the church meant very different things because he said, remember our adage.
Yes.
Fear the old blood. I will remember it. In the time of Lawrence, the church was very, very cautious about using the blood. And as we talked earlier, the events that took place in Old Yarnum with the Ashen Blood sickness sort of spurred on the rapid use of the blood, and then it sort of got out of control at that point. And of course, there's a lot of other factions we will run into that the best intentions, you know, was it the road to hell is paved with good intentions? Yeah, they were definitely on that. So, we're gonna do, it's a good stopping point here. Or you know what? Let's do this one more thing. No, it's gonna run really long. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here, we're gonna cut it, and we will be back, in just another video.